20 for 5. They've done well. It's a pretty good total for England to try. All stems from that half century. A first for Harmonbury England in the 1920s. 56 not out from 40. But contributions all the way down.
Yeah, it feels like a really competitive total, and at one point it felt like with that partnership between Harmonbury Core and Deepti Sharma, could they have pushed 200? But that key wicket of Deepti Sharma at that time, with only 10 balls remaining in the innings, actually stemmed the flow, and I think England will probably come away from that feeling quite happy. But as you can see, Yasser Bhatia contributed 32 from 18, but brilliant run out from Sophie Eccleston. They were excellent in the field tonight, England, and then contributions continuing from there. Jemima Rodriguez busy at the crease again, but Harmonbury Core 56 off just 40 and looking pretty dangerous.
As for the bowlers, they stuck to the 5. And Lauren Bell with 2 for 36. Team bowled really well, got rid of Sweetie Mandan on 1 for 33. And Sophie Eccleston with 0 for 33. Lindsay Smith with the other wicket, a little bit expensive. Just the 5 bowlers used. Well, England have managed to chase down more than this away from home, but this would be their biggest chase on home soil. They're going to be trying to hunt down 181. We'll see how they go about it straight after this.
Oh, you want weight loss advice?
I don't think I'm going to do it.
Galaxies.
Opponent has time to go after it, and he see him.
New players emerge.
Basically, he's just sad if he loses his point, Fonseca.
Has been mostly superb. There it is again. Look at the pressure again. Coming in from Leinster. Takes really good footing.
Does anybody like a Big Burger King?
It won't be a good idea.
Introducing the new Burger Buddies box from Burger King. It's made for sharing. Sort of.
Who's watching your home while you're on holiday? With Very Sure's advanced technology, we protect your home 24/7. If an alarm is triggered, our local experts react within seconds. In the event of a break-in attempt, we dispatch a security guard or call the police. When you're away, we're still here. Be safer. Be sure. Very Sure.
To get half off installation, call now or go to verisure.co.uk.
Right now at Wren, you can get up to 50% off selected quartz worktops. Wren, made for living.
How do you win the US Open? Long after the crowds are gone, one more ball, one more swing. The ritual starts. The repetition shows you who you are. The hours no one sees prepare you for the moment. Everyone's watching. US Open. Follow the drama live on Sky Sports.
Right, first test match of the summer coming your way very shortly. Thursday, Lords, England, New Zealand. Shoaib Bashir has won the spinner's spot ahead of Ray and Ahmed. England announced 12. It may well be that Sonny Baker, Gus Atkinson are fighting out for that final place. Who knows? Anyway, there's some options there. We build up at 10 o'clock on the Cricket Channel. Now, England have their work cut out here because if they are to chase down 181, that will be their best run chase in this format on home soil. So that's the magnitude of what they have ahead, and that is why they have that run chase. 56. I have to believe that that is her first 50 in this format against England, but mighty impactful innings again from Harmanpreet Kaur. Down at 5, they changed their batting lineup a little bit. Rodriguez and Bhatia also in the runs. Deepti Sharma, crucial little cameo at the end, 185. Tash is with me. Harmanpreet Kaur. How good was that?
Yeah, she was just brilliant, wasn't she? And I'm with you, 90. I can't quite believe that that's her first 50 against England in T20 cricket. I'm not surprised, actually, because you feel with Harmanpreet Kaur, especially in a decider in this bilateral series and also in games in World Cup, she does just pull it out the bag. And some players who worry when they're only sort of going just under a run a ball. She was only on about 10 after 10 balls, but actually she has the gears. She just looked in good touch. I thought she ran really well actually at the start of her innings. And then this is when she can get going. She can find the boundary with ease. She hits straight so well. And another Indian batter that also accesses that offside. So Harmanpreet Kaur, it's a big match player. She's done it in a crucial game here for India.
Assessment of England in the field?
No, I thought they were much better today. I think that's the best fielding performance that we've seen so far this summer. I felt they started slow in the ODIs against New Zealand. But what I've really liked is all clean catches today. Because I enjoyed the energy. I love them always going for the stumps. A really good bit of fielding there. Sophia was to run out Yastika Bhatia. And you just feel there's been a real concerted effort. Anything in the ring, they're going to make sure they fire it into the bowler. And also Amy Jones. And just a little word on Amy Jones as well. I actually could really hear her on my stump mic. Normally, you can't really hear anything from Amy Jones. I felt that she was rallying the troops. Some good bits of fielding on the boundary as well, diving around, putting their bodies on the line. And Sophie Eccleston as well, who dropped a catch in the last game. I thought she actually was really good. Started it off with that good run out early on in the game. So really good bits of building there for England. Still stuff to work on, but I feel that they're trending in the right direction with that.
Yeah, Sophie Eccleston will hope that the game isn't decided by 2 runs, the way that last ball was thrown away. Either way, generally you're right. I think the fielding was of a decent level. But run chase-wise, obviously the series is on the line, but take that aside for a moment. Is this good for England? Because they're going to have to play really well.
It's perfect for England. This is just what they need. We know that they can cruise through group stages and also easier teams. They've got a really good win record against them. But actually, this is the perfect scenario for England going into a World Cup, series decider, and a big run chase as well. So
No. Yeah.
And Sophia Dunkley. A lot of debate about England's opening partnership, what it should look like. Very surprised if they don't end up going with this combination, but of course they do have options. Alice Gapsey and Silverbrandt to come back into the side. Or Danny Wire-Hodge looked in pretty good touch. He's obviously been away from the game for a little while, new mum. Such an important player for England at the top of the order.
yeah, she is. And I just think she gives you that extra dimension of being able to access the offside. She didn't really get going in the last game. 29 to 25, but actually just, it felt like a different sort of vibe for England. I think she brings energy in the field. Didn't see her too much today, but actually with the bat, just feel that all of England's batters just feel a lot more comfortable with Danny Wire-Hodge at the top of the order. She'll look to go over the offside. She also, Sophia Dunkley really likes batting with her at the top of the order as well. So just hope that, I having Danny Whitehouse back in the mix for England, that will help Sophia Dunkley's confidence. You feel that Charlotte Edwards is opting for these two at the top of the order. So Sophia Dunkley will want to make sure she puts in a good performance today.
Dati Reddy is so good with the new ball. Kranti Goud is in tonight. That's a change. Shranka Patil misses out. So pace for spin tonight, which is an interesting change. England struggled more against spin, but they've gone with extra pace. Bowling to a field because two fielders allowed out are both on that leg side. And that is where the wind is swirling away. So I'm surprised if England don't try and use the wind.
Yeah, that would feel nice for Sophia Dunkley. Has had her struggles against that in-swinging delivery. Nice just for her to get off the mark, but I agree with you, Nighty. I was quite surprised by that call, putting in Kranti Goud. No disrespect to her, but I actually think England's batters will much prefer having a bit of pace on. She's the quickest of the Indian seamers. I was surprised because Shranka Patel bowled really well in the last game. Wouldn't be surprised here with that first delivery that Danny White-Hodge has just faced. Hooping in swing from Arundhati Reddy. Danny White-Hodge, like Jemima Rodrigues, likes to give herself a little bit of room on that offside, so she may step away to the leg side here. Two out on the leg side, so all of the offside. That's the trickier shot, in to out, but it's Danny White-Hodge's strength. And that's why I went for these two at the top, actually, 90, because I just think they run so well together. I just feel that they get the momentum going for England. They don't even have to call these two. Then you hope that Danny White-Hodge can get into her innings and a bit of a fly from Sophia Dunkley.
Yeah, that's an important innings, I feel, for not so much in terms of team selection if they're going to go in that direction, but I just feel for her, Sophia Dunkley, going into that World Cup with some runs.
I think Sophia Dunkley, she's got to look straight here, hooping in swing, potentially just give yourself a little bit of room. Deep mid wicket and deep square leg out. Just feel that sometimes she gets a little bit cramped for room, Sophia Dunkley. See that head can just get slightly across to the offside. Can she give herself a little bit of room? Something she's worked on, hit straight, two straights up inside the ring.
Johnny, what are you burping for? Did anybody see that big bottle of pop with
You're out in the middle, you don't want to be thinking
How did you see
back
it?
leg, don't want to be thinking head position, just watch the ball. It sounds really obvious, but just watch the
Water
ball.
down, like the loop,
Feather
down
on.
all it for
So
you.
difficult standing up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we can put that in your bottle.
Still as a batter, that's an unlucky way to get out.
But I keep forgetting to get there.
Pushing up.
Yeah, cocking those down.
Always difficult with Jemima Rodrigues in that key
I
position.
watched it pantomime as well.
Good start for India. 3 without loss.
I do close to my morning.
I just think you can complicate your mind a little bit when actually it just needs simplifying. Terrible place, and all batters will have been there at different times, but where's my head position? Why am I doing this? Watch the ball, play with instinct and flair.
Yeah, I think Danny White-Hodge, these two are very good mates off the pitch as well. I think she's got a big role to play. Try and allude a bit of confidence into Dunkley. Try and keep her mind nice and clear as well.
Rantigao, that's the change we were just talking about. It's a very good ODI record. Bowled well in the ODIs last summer against England. T20 record is not quite as good, but young bowl.
Yeah, there's that good running between these two as well. She's a good bowler, but I do feel that these are the overs from Kranti Goud that England need to target. She has that extra pace. She can give a little bit of width as well. So I feel for these two, and also going forward in this chase, Kranti Goud could be the one that England could really target. wouldn't be surprised also if she goes short to Danny White-Hodge. Both of these batters do have a slight weakness on the short ball. Deep backward square and a deep point as well.
Now they didn't move her feet at all, but movement back in. And clearly too much movement on this occasion.
Yeah, looks like first sight this will be going down leg, and that's what you saw Krantigal just say to our captain there. Sue Redman just waiting to see if India are going to go for that review. As you can see, Danny White-Hodge always stands leg side of the ball, so that's always going down leg.
Up and over and enough of it, not really by any means, but that'll just relax Sophia Dunkley just a little bit.
You can just see with that little smile of relief there, Danny White-Hodge as well. It wasn't the prettiest, but it was effective from Sophia Dunkley. So seeing Krantigal go full, two straight fielders inside the ring, so that almost feels like a free shot for Dunkley. Just about holds the shape.
Good run, excellent run, good awareness.
A little bit of hesitation there from White-Hodge. She saw that Javiva Rodriguez was the fielder coming onto that, but quick enough.
Strong area
Nice
offside.
slowly.
And will go. Smriti Mandana, absolutely no chance.
Danny White-Hodge is one of those annoying batters to bowl at. You've got the field where you think she's going to hit it. They've got a deep backward point, India. She's so good that she's able to evade the fielders that they put on the offside. There's that little bit of extra pace that Gav gives Danny Wyatt. Says, thank you very much, that's my area for.
It's got lovely action, Krantigal. Brilliant, great response. That's why you're back in the side.
Great response and great celebration from Krantigal. And this is really well bowled. Just so clever from Krantigal. Knows that Danny White-Hodge is looking towards that backward point area. Just runs her fingers across the right side of the ball to bring that ball back into Danny White-Hodge. She's pretty pleased with that, the bowler. Too good for White-Hodge. So clever. Got the confidence as well. White-Hodge has to go for 5. Unable to get going. England 14 for 1.
Well, big run chase, just got a little tougher. Amy Jones showing some form at number 3. It looks like England are going to stick with that plan. 14 for 1. It's been a good start for India with runs on the board. Just staying leg side of the ball, you can see there, and waiting for a ball actually that wasn't quite there. It was a little bit of lateral movement back in, which helped.
Oh, that ain't coming out of it.
Excellent, really good. Risha Ghosh behind the stumps.
Yeah, Risha Ghosh really good behind the stumps. Her keeping has improved exponentially over the last couple of years. When she came in as the batter. As a batter, you needed to work on her keeping. She's done that. What a take that is.
This is something that England could look at. Keep her up. Just makes it a little tougher for the batter. Lovely shot, super shot. Again, that'll just calm her down a little bit. Good signs for Sophia Dunkley early on.
Felt there was quite a bit of emotion in that shot from Sophia Dunkley. Just almost feels that no was a huge sigh of relief as she got that full delivery.
God damn it.
Those that Reddy doesn't quite have the pace, but that's much better from Dunkley. Her weight is completely forward into the shot there.
Not on its way this time, using the pace.
Yeah, much better here from Dunkley. Just feel that she's been quite tentative in what we've seen of her this summer so far. She got the full body drive out the last ball, then she got something to work with, just helped it round the corner. But the biggest difference to me is actually she's trying to hit the ball, she's not just trying to place it in for one. Her first port of call is the boundaries. I just feel that is the role that England needs Sophia Dunkley to play at the top of the order here. She's got to go from ball one, she's got to try and get the team off to a flyer.
Extra fielders come across to the offside.
She's got to hit that, doesn't she? She's missed out on a couple of those, Sophia Dunkley. It's almost like an automatic response. Any short ball, she's just ducking. But I feel that she's missed out on this one. She doesn't quite have the pace ready. It's short and wide. No one out on the boundary on that offside. I think she's got to throw her hands at that.
Get away with that.
You little weirdo.
Just see why they're appealing, but I think it's done too much in the end.
Yeah, looks like this one's going to just be going down the leg side once again. But Arundhati ready. She's getting good movement here off this pitch at Taunton. There's quite a bit of grass on the wicket. We didn't see England get much movement whatsoever. No swing, nothing off the pitch as well. But Arundhati ready. It's getting some good seam movement out there.
Yeah, but Jamina Rodriguez won't put it down. That's why she's in that position at deep wicket.
2 years ago, today since
And England lose their second.
Yeah, that's a really good catch from Jamina Rodriguez. You think it would be quite simple, but actually she's got the sun right in her eyes at deep mid-wicket. The sun is on. Sophia Dunkley trying to go straight. Just a little bit early on the shot. And as soon as she saw who was underneath that, she was going to be walking back. Good catch from Jamina Rodriguez with the sun in her eyes. Sophia Dunkley was looking back to her old self, just didn't quite get the angle of that right. She has to go for 16 off 13. England are 2 down for 24.
It's almost like that was a bit of the setup. Short ball, and then full ball. And in the end, the field was set beautifully. Now, it's a big moment for Alice Campsey. Maybe in, maybe out. Who knows what the final 11 will be, but the score of note here certainly makes it interesting. Especially with Sophia Dunkley having missed out there in terms of a big score. Chance for Campsey 4.
India got 2 batters at the crease here, both on naught. Both don't like the ball coming back into their pads as well. The Indian seamers have been really clever here. Not trying to swing the ball away, which Kranti Gaur can do with the new ball, but she realises here to Amy Jones, the ball coming back in is the wicket delivery.
Night Fury continues to find be annoyed because
In some ways, this is a nice place to be for Alice Capsey. I mean, I'm assuming that if she's not in that final 11,
which is
this is a bit of a free hit. You know, selectors, watch me. Make it tough for the selectors in the game's time. Almost has very little to lose. That is, if she's not inked in, which I think we all agree probably not. It's lucky.
Yeah, I think that's a great point. And actually, I almost think that Alice Capsey, I don't think she is going to be in that first 11, just from how things have shaped up. Actually, I think she's the most fluent of the three that have been in question. Sophia Dunkley, Heather Knight and Alice Capsey. Started with a bang in the summer, 72, about 50 balls against New Zealand first game. Hasn't quite gone on from there.
Again, movement back into the right hand. They are struggling here a little bit with that late movement. India have been right on top of their game with the new ball.
Captain and bowler just having a little chat there, but not going for the review. I think that's a good call. Cranty Gow really honing in on Amy Jones's pads there, but yeah, that one looks like it might just be missing the leg stump.
Excellent. Just score from it, 28 for 2.
Philip Smith, known as the gentleman. He's a nice boy from Bournemouth. But for this Brit to be a bruise, he'll have to become one. Fight night, live on Star Sports.
do you get it?
Great round for women's cricket as well. Historically, it's always got a good crowd. It's been well supported. We're back here on Thursday. It's been a lot of time here this year. Last game on Thursday night.
Hopefully it's not as windy. I had to put the cardigan under the jacket. It's absolutely Baltic.
What about the top of the show? It's freezing out there, doing our little chat. Kate Cross, that Northern Lass.
Northern Lass
doesn't have a
feel
jumper or a jacket on. And...
Although,
yeah, she's wrapped up now.
She's got the blanket on. Nandini Sharma, been really impressed with her. She's got that emerging player award in the WPL earlier on this year. I know that she's in the side more so for her middle over bowling and the death as well. She's got really good back of the hand slower balls. But can make an impact in the power play here.
Nice shot. Beautiful shot, in fact. Just waited on it and pounced and hit it through that offside.
This is what Alice Capsey has been doing this summer. When she's gotten runs, she's really stayed deep inside her crease. She's just waiting for any bit of width that she gets, even if it's just outside the off stump. She's been waiting for that. She's playing through that backward point reaper so beautifully.
India relying on their seamers. England preferring to rely on their spinners. There's some irony there, isn't it? India from subcontinent conditions.
Get out.
Just those couple of shots just shows you the potential that Alice Capsey has. I mean, she's played 50 T20s for England now. She hasn't quite lived up to that potential when she came onto the scene in the 100 when she was 16 years old. Everyone was speaking about Alice Capsey. I do think that's something that she found quite tricky, was put into the limelight really early on when she was so young and just didn't quite sort of hit the potential that everyone was speaking about. But just those couple of shots just show you what a great timer of the ball she is. Just can she kick on to that next level?
Yeah, I agree with you. Talent only lasts for so long. It is really his time. And it should have been a little before time now that she performs.
Oh, man.
Yeah, and there are a lot of batters and also a lot of players waiting in the wings now. The domestic system in England is so good. The county system, obviously, that changed again last year. There's a lot of people, Davina Perrin, Karis Pavley, who we've seen in and around the squads. There's a lot of people who are performing domestically week in, week out, waiting in the wings. So you feel these players, this World Cup, don't do anything special. They've got people ready and raring to go.
Again, that just gives us an indication as to where they are mentally. I mean, if you're in good form and you're in total control of your game, you have a go at that. If you're a little bit nervous and tentative and thinking about getting out, you don't.
Also, it's not the first time that they've seen that from Sharma. She's used that short ball in the last couple of games as well, so they should be expecting that.
What's been that we've been punished from like all the others.
That'll do nicely though. Don't worry about the short ball when you can hit the full ball through mid-wicket for 4. Finish the 5 with a boundary 38 for 2.
About so
The ICC Women's T20 World Cup is coming. Do you catch the spirit?
Well, that's the comparison. 45 for 2, England 38 for 2. So Antigua continue here to finish this power play off.
From Amy Jones into the hands of Deepti Sharma at mid-wicket.
he didn't even
The
help with it.
pressure on England is building with every delivery and with every batter that departs.
Well, Charles Dagnall has been asking why England have been leaving the short balls, and maybe that's why she didn't get a hold of any of that. Amy Jones, she had a vacant leg side to hit anywhere, and she's found the hands of Deepti Sharma. Good low catch from Deepti Sharma, but she didn't have to move. You can see the disappointment on Amy Jones's face. England lose their 3rd wicket, 38 to 3.
Well, Heather Knight, all that experience needs to be brought to bear here. England aren't to go down to their 2nd successive series loss at home in T20 internationals against India. Strong area for Amy Jones usually, but just caught the bottom edge of the bat. Didn't get the power on it. Deepti Sharma did the rest. Antigua back into the side. There's 2 wickets against the name. Just feel that, of course, of the power play, we're into the last over of it. Just feel that England have been too passive throughout. You've got 180 on the board. You start off requiring 9 and over. I still feel they've allowed India's bowlers just to find a length, much in the way of jumping out of the crease, moving around the crease. A lot of dropping and running, but nothing that puts the bowlers under pressure, Kate.
Well, exactly that, Butch. And in a record run chase, you have to have one player probably have a day out. You need to have at least 2 good partnerships, probably 3. And England are already behind the 8 ball here and coming out of this power play. That wickets column is always the killer in a runner's chase.
But plenty of batting, bat deep. Good players at the crease. Oh my goodness. That has been smoked over extra cover. That is the talent of Alice Capsey. And that's got the crowd excited.
Well, I think Alice Capsey heard you, Mark Butcher. She's hit with the wind. It's a smart, a bit of width on offer, not much and slightly overpitched. She's found the maximum boundary on the offside. She's suddenly 17 off 8. And that is exactly what England need. That's the counterpunch that they need.
She goes again.
Are you kidding? She has more gonna be.
A cracker from Capsey.
Feels like God was searching for the Yorker. It's not too far off it. Capsey's able to get under it.
Get lost, Spider-Man.
Access that straight boundary, the shorter boundary of all of the dimensions today here at Taunton.
No, we four more as well. Well, 14 from the last 3 deliveries of that wicket taking over from Curtis Gown. And the power play ends with a bang for England, 53 for 3.
Oh, well, yeah, just the counter punch that England needed, and it's Alice Capsey. It's off Alice Capsey's bat. This is what happened, Danny Wyatt. Early on ball, nipping back into her. And Sophia Dunkley hit a few good shots, some strong shots down the ground before she was caught very well in the deep by Jamima Rodriguez. That's who you want, where you want your best fielders to be in those hot spots. That's the second for Grantigan, and then we saw Alice Capsey just get herself going before Amy Jones hit one straight to the wicket, to the hands of Deepti Sharma. That was England's third wicket in the power play, but then it was the Alice Capsey show after that. She hit the ball superbly down the ground, put Grantigan under some pressure, finishing it with 3 back-to-back boundaries. We'll come out of that power play 53 for 3.
Left arm spin.
Yeah.
Sri Chirani that struggled to unlock the puzzles that she presents over the course of 7 T20 internationals. She was a thorn in their side in the 5-match series in 2025 and has continued to peg England back in the 2 matches here so far. Excellent use of the feet from Heather Knight, making her intentions clear. England scamper back for 2.
Yeah, it's from Heather Knight. She wasn't able to find the boundary, but it immediately shows her intent. Okay, with the likes of Sri Chirani, you need to either stay really deep in your crease or get out of the crease. Use your feet.
That's an excellent sweep shot. A short little corner of the ground there, runs away downhill, and will find the boundary. The intent is clear from Knight and Capsey.
Well, certainly from being under pressure, England now have got a partnership of just 28 off 8 between Heather Knight and Alice Capsey. It was those last 3 deliveries of the power play that got the momentum swinging. Certainly, India bowlers are under some pressure here.
Speaking of pressure, your voice is holding up all right, isn't it? Daggers has just had a text message. Photograph of you with Bonnie Tyler's hairdo on. I actually think you sound more like Rod Stewart, to be honest, but try and get that up on Colcam because it's an absolute belter.
I bet she's like this too. She hasn't spoken to her.
Got deep in the crease, crunched it leg side, finds the boundary again. England are counter punching here. They're on the ropes and they come out swinging.
This is what I love about Alice Capsey. This is why she's in my starting 11 for that World Cup, because she hits the ball where it needs to go. It's low risk cricket at this stage. She scored 22 off the last 5 deliveries. She's done it with minimal risk. And as you said, Butch, this is the counter Butch. Now the captain and the bowler are having to have a conversation, trying to work out what angle to have the fielders.
You could stop that way, just towards everything we're shooting with.
Goes up and over mid-off. There are fielders chasing it back towards the extra cover boundary, but they'll pick up another 2. It's another sparky over from England. Sri Charani has gone for 13 in her first, 66 for 3 from 7. You're old enough to remember Bonnie Tyler, okay? I think you look pretty good with the perm. Total eclipse of the pod.
Who sent that in?
It wasn't me. As Shaggy once said.
I would do some singing, but I don't think I'll get invited back.
There she goes. She's having 1 or 2 problems with the left hamstring.
You get him.
Doubt it's crap. It certainly isn't hot enough. Not as hot as she would have experienced in various parts of her home country. We're going to blow for India if she's unable to continue, because her keeping, particularly up to the stumps of the seamers, has been a real tactic, a successful tactic for India so far. Alice Capsey has come out swinging.
Yeah, she's been excellent. And like I said, she just kind of hits the ball where it needs to go. And I know that sounds really simple, but she uses the width when it's on offer. She uses the over-pitch deliveries to hit down the ground, and then she hits the ball square when it's dug in short. She's been superb, and this is the counterpunch that England needed. But this also lends itself to Tash Farrant's argument that she's been banging on about for the last 3 games. Can England bat like this from ball 1? Not wait until they have to have this counter-attack. Look at that strike rate, 258. 31 off just 12 balls. We saw the impact that Freya Capsey of 39 off 13 deliveries was at Bristol. How do all the England batters bat like this? You know, we see Danny Wright and Hodge run aboard 5. Amy Jones 2 off 6. I know they've not had the opportunity to get going, but it's about how do you start fast.
Yeah, about fire starting rather than fire fighting. Deepti Sharma, 144 games in, excellent average economy, less than 6.5 and over. England played her well at Bristol. Deepti pretty slow through the air, played her off the back foot, got her to over pitch it.
Could you believe that?
You better learn.
29 at Bristol. England have got momentum on their side here at the moment to keep pressing. Deepti probably recalls the way that England played at Bristol, and the first 2 deliveries have been much fuller.
Yeah, and slower. It's just 46 mile an hour the first delivery, 48 mile an hour the second. Obviously, the leg side boundaries hitting into the wind, so it's a difficult strike out there.
Once they flipped in the leg side, probably see Heather Knight employ the reverse sweep or the reverse pull to the downwind towards the offside off Deepti. She feels that she's got the measure of what she's up to. Well, that'll be 4. That has been timed very sweetly. And a valiant effort down there at long on, but not quick enough. And the dive not quite long enough.
Well, Alice Capsey has realised that Deepti Sharma is going fuller, so she's done the smart thing and bet the ball on the full, and that gives her access to hit any part of the ground, and she's smartly chose straight back past the ball left down at the valiant effort, but not able to stop the ball.
That's a bit of a perfect situation.
Look for two here. Jamie Rodriguez keeps it to 1. Its run rate now back under 9 runs and over. Last
That bell were going off behind me.
15 deliveries or so. They've got themselves right back in the contest. There's the reverse. I wondered when it was coming. There it is. Excellent from England. Excellent from Heather Knight. 78 for 3.
About 4 of them.
The US Open. Long after the
They
crowd
can throw them, but I can beat them.
one more swing. The ritual sharpens. The repetition shows you who you are. The hours no one sees. Prepare you for the moment. Everyone's watching. Who's ready to win the US Open? Follow all the drama live on Sky Sports.
Nandi Sharma come back into the attack. Harmanpreet Kaur had a long chat with the bowler before the start of this over.
Why?
I expect we'll see 1 or 2 back of the hand slower balls. It's incredible, Kate, isn't it? The difference a bit of attacking intent makes to the way that the opposition then suddenly feel as though they're on the back foot and under pressure.
Yeah, what Kantigawa's over was a great example of, wasn't it? She was under so much control, and then 3 boundaries, or the first boundary, puts her under so much pressure. Jamie Rodriguez as well, keeping it to 1 again. But as a bowler, then you question, did I have the right plan? Did I execute my plan? And suddenly that doubt creeps into your mind, and then you overpitch or you take the ball in when you've not got the field set for that. Alice Capsey was up to the task.
Bottom edge, but toe of the bat more like. England might just target. Nandi has been very successful with that back of the hand slow ball. Can't stress just how much aid there is. Breeze of the 2 right-handers hitting towards the Andy Caddick Pavilion, hitting towards the leg side. They're the keeper up, and that has stymied England in the previous 2 matches. You back yourself not to miss it. Get it up and over, get it up into the wind, and get it out to that short boundary. Play. That's the way to deal with the short wide one. Very smart from Heather Knight. You'd expect nothing less.
And again, it's just simple cricket. Heather Knight just hit this ball just up and over that infielder. If you're going to bowl a bouncer, it has to be targeted at the head. You can't give Heather Knight any width outside the off stump to just be able to get her hands through like that. And it's a simple boundary, but that creeping up towards 10. England.
There's a slow ball. Should get 2 this time. Oh, goodness me. If they'd have gone, they'd have made it. But again, I think they look up and see Jamie Rodriguez, and that puts the fear of a run out into them, and the hesitation comes.
And go back to your earlier point, Butch, around the run rate and how well this partnership's going. Required run rate at 8 at the end of the innings is completely manageable. But what you can't do is fall behind that rate early and then leave too much for the likes of Freya Kemp and Danny Gibson to do. You almost have to take the sting out of this chase as early as possible.
Oh, that's beautifully timed. Wonderfully placed. Oh, what a shot. That's high quality from Alice Capsey. 50-50 partnership comes up of just 23 deliveries, and England, from being behind the 8 ball, are in charge of things here. 90 for 3.
It's just perfect from Alice Capsey. She really has batted superbly tonight. Just 43 of 18 deliveries and just shimmied herself down the pitch to be able to create a fuller delivery. And then she had the pick of where she wanted to hit that ball, and she dissected and long on the mid-wicket boundary absolutely perfectly.
Not seen this in the series so far. Harmanpreet Kaur has had to go to a 6th bowler, Shafali Verma.
I like this from Harmanpreet Kaur because Shafali Verma is actually a wily little operator. You don't quite know what's coming down. Sometimes it's seam up, sometimes she goes little off spinners. She often picks up wickets as well. She's almost a little golden arm.
If memory serves me correct, but she seems to have the knack of taking a wicket with the long hop. And there are 2 right-handers hitting into that stiff breeze. Could be quite a dangerous delivery. It just shows you that the last 5 overs are going to turn this game on its head. I think she heard me. Went for the filthy long hop. Fielded. Confusion. Heather Knight was watching the ball and not her partner. The fact that Deepti Sharma had to dive full length to her left meant that there was always one there. Heather Knight was watching the ball, almost caused trouble.
Yeah, that's Alice Capsey's call, so Heather Knight has to trust her partner in that situation. And Heather Knight is striking them well, but if I was her, I'd just be concentrating on getting Alice Capsey on strike as often as possible.
Crispness, sound off the bat. Alice Capsey, excellent pitch here at Taunton, and it often is. Come down here for the Blast or Women's Internationals. Some shocking weather on the way down the A303, but it's been clear here at Taunton. Capsey turns and goes. Excellent running. But a quieter over as far as India are concerned. 7 from it, 97 for 3, 10 to go.
The ICC Women's T20 World Cup is coming. Will you catch the spirit?
The new Burger Buddies box from Burger King, featuring 9 snackable icons: the Whopper, Big King, and Barbecue Steakhouse.
Get down from
massive.
Send money like a bro. Wait for a minute.
These are turbulent times.
Crown is a weight that crushes, reducing and spell death.
We are disposing our weak.
My enemies have been allowed to muster their strength. Did I not warn you? They would come to this.
We're at the halfway stage of the run chase. It would be a record in this country in the T20 game for England. And the lines show that just nibble above the blue line of India. Really good game in prospect here. 84 from 60, Nick Knight alongside me, and this has been a heck of a counter-attack from Knight and Capsey.
Yeah, it has, led by Alice Capsey, but the Knights certainly played her part as well. Just a full array of shots. Potentially maybe just creating a little bit of a headache for those in charge of selection. The very best of Capsey. I think sometimes she gets a little carried away with runs behind square. This is really where her strength is, hitting the ball in front of square. And she's timed the ball beautifully. We've given England, more importantly, the chance to win this game, which will be a real boost for them going into that T20 World Cup.
Get out.
That's a really good point you make. As Sri Sharani is that runs in front of square. I agree with you. She likes playing the little reverses and the laps and the paddles.
Did they
she's
go
so
and
good
run the
down the
rest
ground,
of
and
it's not
she
as
works it off the pads as well with a straight back.
Just think, when you've got so many options, which she has, and she's been so talented as a youngster,
Right,
sometimes
so
putting those shots in
Boris
the right order just takes a little bit more time. I hope that's where Alice Capsey is, because to be honest, she should have been performing better than she has quite a while ago, but she still has a lot of ability.
Yep.
You asked us about what our sides would be potentially earlier on today. You had her in, didn't you? I did. But I had her opening. What do you think England's best side looks like as the 100 comes up?
100 up here. Got a real platform here to build up. I've always thought that Alice Capsey's got a lot of ability, and I've always find it hard not to have her in my side, but should come back for two. Should really have been two there. Just think they've been planning for Sophia Dunkley for a long time now to open the ballot. But
we just see that top person is.
I've always liked Capsey. I just think that she's just underachieved, but there's something in terms of a game changer in her. That's why I'm looking to pick players that are going to turn the course of a match. He would be one of those players.
What is 8th?
Haven't got 1 or 2 for 3.
Yeah, it's one of those things where we talked, and as the evidence shows tonight, she has got shots 360 degrees. There's nowhere that she can't really access. But again, it's very close to your opening game. There are 2 warm-up games on Monday and Wednesday of next week, and then it all starts proper on Friday the 12th against the Over at Edgbaston. So Harmanpreet is going back to Arundhati Reddy, who bowled nicely at the start of the innings.
Right, so yep.
Six bowlers used.
Nice drop. Like 5 minutes.
In your perspective as well. Probably think this is going to be something like the side that
Should
they
be like that a lot today.
mentioned earlier. There's no Amenchuk caught, which is a big blow for them. Just real, which is their starting 11. No Kashfi Gautam either. Wonderful. Wonderful. Like a pace from Arundhati, and when he throw in a little bit of weight, now playing into the hands of the former England captain.
Yeah, and the hands were crucial there, where she just opened the face at the last moment. There's some debate about her position and whether she should be in that final 11. This
Against 7k, 270k, 18k. If it don't prove that big round into there, what does? I'll be doing and maybe stomach stuff like today.
There is protection now.
From these big features, like next week, we know these. Which will be not because I need a lot of figures.
Small figure in blue.
I'll get like the second best features, which is professional.
a little surprised they had to get out of that.
Damn.
I was impressed with her last summer and in ODI
Nope.
cricket, but Sri Patil missing out, so they've gone back to where they were in the first game.
I've got by them.
I just feel England would rather play against the pace than the spin.
This
I've
one was
got
saying
by
about
these.
Amenchuk not playing. Ashby, who would be Amenchuk's replacement. Throws that bowling attack into that slight state of flux.
Oh, yeah, all right.
And a half century for Alice Campsey, striking at just under
Got that
190.
well done.
Is taking her to 27 balls, 7 balls and 1 6, and she wants to be one of those names on Charlotte Edwards' first team sheet.
And done herself no harm. Now, if she can go on and win the game, then that really does throw things about, potentially.
You can see that.
And that is some innings.
So of course, I have
Yeah, because he's
professional
not on
features.
the bloody pop. He's done that full big bottle of thing. That big bottle of juice I got him today.
Got
He
mustard
took
in
him to pop,
yeah.
he drunk his water.
And
Who's in the squad?
these tables.
Just think that
Yeah, what have I told you about drinking all that?
Dangerous.
Were you peeing forever?
down the slope of her T20 career.
Listen.
The other bowler is Ronnie Adams, who is 3 cricketers in 1.
Fudge. Talk on these.
Down the ground with great authority. Splits the 2 fielders at long off and long on. And India have to find something to break this up. This is excellent from England. 77 from 41 is the partnership. It's 115 for 3.
18 pounds. Even
Yeah, it's just really good. Over the last few years, it runs behind square. Of course, that's important to add to your game, but that is her real strength there, and I think she's gone away from that strength too often.
as you can see, I have a lot of these, which let me just look how much
Sun's gone down.
11,200
Just got
storage.
down just a little bit. Wasn't high to start with. But the good news is we can see.
I have 3 back here, and then I have a flag. I'm gonna go
Ready had a breakout
go
year.
one more. I will be able to venture here.
Delhi Capitals.
I'll go to like here.
A hat trick and fight for against the Gujarat Giants was there for that one. Hugely impressed. Ooh, really pleased that India picked it. That's not something. She makes things happen. Beautiful play by Haganai. That's very clever. Got a deep square. Knowing the ball's probably going to be bowled, she sweeps so well.
We're talking about the importance of this innings potentially for Capsey. Really down the night wasn't going to make or will not make the final 11, but these runs and the fluency with these runs will just make her feel a whole lot better. However long you played the game for,
Yes,
you do tend to live in the moment.
see the Quantox in the distance.
I'm legit study just accepted them all because I can't look to my words as
Whenever you see the Quantox,
whatever.
mention them. Resplendent in the late evening sunshine. 62 from 45. These two at the crease. There's the black pounds as well. Showing you all parts of the southwest. That shot was a creative
I have moved this back
coup around the
so
ground.
be able to fit
And we
on
got down
these.
for it.
Maybe I need to move these backwards so I can. Well,
Oh no.
you can fit a few fridges there. I think 3 of those fridges as well.
Something that was mentioned. And I realise this is a slightly different surface here at Taunton. Ball comes on that little bit better. Gloucester, Bristol, I should say, was a little bit more sticky, not as easy to score off. Capsy striking at 190, Knight at 154, an area they needed to improve. Once more, the sweep is out. Once more, there's a chase, and once more, it is 4 runs for Heatherknight and for England. Excellent way to conclude the Nandi the over. 10 runs coming from it. 125 for 3.
Oh no, I knew it.
Introducing the new Burger Buddies box from Burger King. It's made for sharing. Sort of.
The required run rate has dropped. Just 8's needed now, 56 from 42. This, remember, after being 38 for 3 after 5.1 overs. Batting with him. Such a great deal of fluency, the pair at the crease.
India just forced into that 6 bowling
I need
option
not
really
a
in
lot.
that position. That's credit to England. Talked about Patel not playing. Spin now for Shafali Burma, which is more part-time.
I need more
What situation?
I've got to be wary of Shafali. I'm quite sure what's coming.
No, the way his defender were running, I just knew it would be not to touch.
Whacked away. That's good from Sharoni on the boundary edge.
And I think they've got to go back to her now with ball in hand. She's been a bit of a scourge for England. She really has been terrific over the last year or so. They so need a breakthrough here.
Up here because I don't have anything downstairs.
Thinking about 2 should be pulled through. The running from Capsy and from Heatherknight, much more like it from a running perspective.
This is some partnership now up to 92 from 51. The power of Capsy and the power of placement of Heatherknight. It's just around 8 runs per over. Yeah, problems there for the skipper. I think you've got to go to Sri Charney.
The reverse. So good from Heatherknight. She's really found her groove this evening. All the shots are coming out now.
She kept hitting the field with this shot for for early part of the summer. Just couldn't quite get going. It's a real release shot for her. She plays it well. Now she's finding the gap. Things are beginning to tick over for her.
If you know what I mean.
Big juicy full toss where she crashes at cover points. End of the fourth over. England going nicely. 134 for 3. I mentioned a little earlier about another option that India might think about is Radha, left arm spinner. A lot more control of late, but electric in the field. Catches pigeons. And she's useful with the bat as well. Half century in the WPL this year.
Need like enough 10 sprinklers.
We called for Sri Sharni's return. She does.
Lazy Dembele.
I don't think there is a more timely reminder from the former England captain tonight that she still possesses the quality to be part of this World T20 side. A 1920 half century and the fastest of her career.
The saying in this great game, form is temporary and class is permanent. More power from Capsey. What an innings this too is for Alex Capsey. 61 now from 32, and the partnership is a 500, 102 from 56. England marching on here.
You don't hold your best ball every single delivery, and what you can't do is float up a full toss. Oh, that's gone all the way. Don't bother. Straight over the top. Just over the head of Arundhati Reddy. You can tell she got that out of the screws. And the second six for England tonight.
I'm just keeping it ever so simple. Alice Capsey throughout this innings. It is a bit of a statement, and it is the best way that she needs to play the game.
Shivali's got no place. Absolutely no chance. But she's turning it on now. Here's Alice Capsey. All good vibes from England's number 4. 150 up.
Stunning batting. Again, just the simplicity. She hits the ball so well down the ground. Nothing really that Shivali Verma could do there.
All these people definitely bought the extra space. 240, okay.
This one's just got a ball short, and she actually just met that little chip down the ground. She will keep the strike, and England have made less than a run of ball required from the final 5 overs. They're 153 for 3.
Chris Billam-Smith, known as the gentleman. He's a nice boy from Bournemouth. But for this Brit to be a frozen, he'll have to become one. Fight night. Live on Sky Sports.
I believe that's somewhere you can get stuff free, get extra space.
See ya.
Well, you can't blame Deepti Sharma or accuser of only doing it when the game's on the line. She did it her very
Get more
first ball.
stuffy and the extra space.
Keeping Heather Knight honest. It's been bold and it's been brave for England. 38 for 3 inside the half play. This partnership now 115 from 60 deliveries. Full of
These plus one.
decisive footwork, positive stroke play. Very good, Tash Farron.
Yeah, I've loved watching it, Butch. I think this is what we know what Alice Capsey can do. She hasn't done it since she burst onto the scene.
See you.
I never saw it here.
Capsey.
What's that doing there?
It's not like I took it.
Well, make your mind up the other night. Which way do you want to go?
It's too dirty.
Very, very cheeky.
She's doing that swing tonight. How good is this? Able to think on her feet. Completely gets the wrong side of the ball.
Yep.
And she scamper up.
Just
So I think she absolutely loved that
A
one.
little bit buying stuff.
Find the fielder at mid wicket. Just watch Helen Knight's face. This is excellent. Look, she'll turn here.
I need to buy more of them. Luxury booths. And then more luxury tables. More of these. Just need like 2 more of them and
I won't mention
a lot more of them.
what happened at Lord's, that man cam when Heather Knight was the skipper. So maybe just getting a little bit of satisfaction out of that shot.
You're finding numerous ways of squeezing out runs here. Heather Knight, that one I think went between her legs. Never mind, England inch closer. 159 for 3.
I just really enjoyed the smiles on these two. I feel I've been calling it, I've been banging on about it, how you need to play with more intent and just see how much these two are enjoying it at the crease. Alice Capsey was the one to get it going. You felt that that's what Heather Knight needed. She's played brilliant second fiddle to her younger counterpart. Just want to make sure they see this one home.
He's put one here. He's put one every single.
22 from 24, the equation. England in total control. Nothing we've seen in the series so far would suggest that it would be these two playing in this manner against this Indian team to get England close to what would be a record run chase in England for the England team. Just the way that the ball is zinging off the bat to all quarters of the ground. One shows you the amount of confidence that is running through the veins of these two. Also, how good a surfaces have been today here at Taunton.
Okay, so yeah, let me just go to shop.
Just gets away. I think it's Yastika and short fine. Everything England try at the moment is coming off.
They're just showing us her tricks now. Alice Capsey gets right across to the offside. Yastika Bhatia get a hand on that. Don't think she did.
Right,
Alice Capsey, she's having some fun out there. She'll want to make sure she's out there in the middle to see this game through as well. I guess if you're Charlotte Edwards and you do state that you don't know your side a couple of games ago and that you are leaving it open, you give players opportunity to do something like this. It seemed that Alice Capsey may be the one before this game to miss out, but she's definitely put her hat back in the ring.
Shot. Put it off inside the circle. There's always that gap in women's T20 internationals. Only 4 fielders out. Heather Knight picked that gap, picked the spot, went over mid-on, picked up another boundary. This has been very fine hitting from the ex-England skipper.
Yeah, just showing her authority now, Heather Knight. She's having some fun in England. These two are wanting to finish this game in a hurry. What a shot that is. Mid up inside the ring, over the top.
Almost been put down. Last chance, maybe, for India. Manti Gowd spills it.
And you can't wipe that smile off Heather Knight's face. We've seen a couple of cotton bowls in this series go down. That was a bit of a gimme as well. They're never easy. Manti Gowd would be expecting to take that.
There's simply no stopping them. 12 runs from that Gowd over. England need 10, 3 overs to go.
What to see whether he says. I need this food as well as that. This.
Well, I don't think any of us could have guessed at the halfway point, or even at the start of the day, that would be winning this match and this series at a canter. Charlotte Edwards just hitting there.
She's hiding behind that pole there.
Chris Little, bowling coach.
All clean and leveled up.
So all the speculation, all of the television hours that we've spent talking about the wisdom of not knowing what your best batting lineup looks like. She sat there going, it was genius all along. I knew exactly what I was doing.
I think this is what she was trying to create, a bit of jeopardy. She wanted her players to show that they could play under the pressure of not knowing that they were set in that 11. She didn't quite get what she wanted at the start of the summer. She was so pleased to see these two not just play under the pressure of the run chase, also show that they should be in that 11, put their hand up. That's exactly what they've done here. So certainly quite a lot of questions still for Charlotte Edwards going forwards.
I reckon there are less questions now. Just the authority with which Alice Capsey is playing. I think that's the most pleasing thing. Yes, there's been pressure put on them. Yes, there's pressure in this game for a series and with the World Cup looming, but they're in play to really take the game by the scruff of the neck. That would be the thing that's pleased Charlotte Edwards and Alice Capsey most. Taken. She's not going to get the ovation of the crowd walking off with the stumps and shaking the opposition's hand, but she gets the chance to walk off and get that standing ovation by herself, Alice Capsey. Because that has been a quite sensational innings in a tough run chase against an excellent side.
Yeah, huge disappointment for Capsey as well. And I like to see that she really wanted to be there at the end of this England side to take home this series decider. Once again, moving her feet like she's done so well, as you say, but with the authority, just not enough pace on that ball to work it through third. What an innings from Alice Capsey, getting the appreciation of the former skipper Heather Knight. She has to go 82 of 43, it's 175 for 4.
Just looking.
Alfred Kemp is a new batter for England.
this Luke and that.
Heroics at Bristol to level the series. Hasn't been called upon to do a great deal today. Doesn't get the opportunity perhaps to see England over the line.
Yeah.
Guys are a bit in Wales.
Yeah.
They're like England's World Cup group.
Friendly.
Yeah.
Oh, England on this week and then.
They're playing on Saturday, I think.
We did it.
4 minutes, I'll just check what I get from this and then I'll end stream. See that? I'll just see what I'll get after a few minutes and I'll end stream. But yeah. So it'll be in and a half minutes stream. My streams on Fridays night and Saturday night. Open to yeah, it was so. So yeah, if you guys are wanting to see nothing for my phone pixel games.
250k.
If you do have any suggestions, please do leave them in the comments. Please. So I will be able to look at them and maybe play them for a little bit. And yeah, we'll play them if you want.
Also, in comments on any video, this is worth people on.
So yeah, a minute now.
Yeah. So.
So yeah.
Do I lose again, Joshua? Cards one. Do I lose again?
4 seconds. 1-0. Oh, god
Yeah,
damn
I'm
it.
expecting to be 50k. I thought 100k.
5 minutes. Alright, so See you guys. Also, like, button, subscribe, and always share to families, friends, and peers. Peace out, guys. Bye.